What's up you guys, Little Jester here, and welcome to a brand new video. So, as you could probably see by the title, this is not Minecraft Survival, actually. This is something new that I kind of want to do on this channel, and that is touring some of my old worlds and some of my Hunter's worlds as well, because, you know, we do a lot of Minecraft together, and I think it'd be a cool idea to, you know, share some of our creations with you. So, in today's video, we're going to be touring this, this is a few years old world, at this point. I'm not exactly sure how old, but it's a few years old. Me and Hunter actually started this world, and it's been crazy. We've actually used it, in a series that we did, like a little Minecraft, roleplay series that we did on his channel, not Biashio, his newer channel, but his old channel. We used to do a series called The Walking Dead, and this is a series that this is a world, actually. This is what we filmed all of that on, and I'm sure you guys were aware of the video Fear the Walking Dead, that series that I wanted to start up a few months ago, maybe at this point. I can't remember exactly when we did that, but yeah, this is the world that we did everything on. I don't really expect most of you to know what this series is unless you've seen the video and stuff like that. I do have a playlist of all of the videos that we did, all the series that we did. We did like, what, 3 seasons on this world, and not including the video that I posted, that little pilot entry that I posted on my channel. But yeah, I think this is gonna be fun and stuff like that, and if I do miss anything, it's okay, it's whatever. I'm sure you guys wouldn't care, because you guys don't really know this world as much as I do, or even Hunter or whatever, so I don't really expect you guys to know anything about this world, so I'm gonna kind of explain it. But yeah, let's get started. Right here is like a burnt down village or whatever. Our pilot episode, or our first ever episode on the series that we did was, I think, in this village, if I can remember correctly. But yeah, this whole entire place, this whole entire world brings back memories. It wasn't actually all looking like this before, I think. So this is my world, of course, because I play in PlayStation Edition, but when I first built the world, I think I only built a few things. I think I only built this village, which you could probably tell by the style of the buildings. It's sort of not your average village or whatever. So yeah, I built this, and then me and Hunter had an idea to, you know, start up a series about it, of zombies and stuff like that, and we build everything and stuff like that. But this is where it basically started, or whatever. Just a little town. We have like a weapons area or whatever, like a sheriff station in here, and we have also like a bar where my character actually worked at in the series. We also have a Tools R Us, which we break into, and we get, or do I break into, or does Hunter break into it? I don't remember. It's been a second, guys. We also have like a survivors camp kind of thing, where, you know, the remaining villagers actually, you know, stayed in there and kind of got, you know, hunkered down because of the hordes of zombies. And we got a few other horses and stuff like that. Back there we have a man-made mine area that just has like random ores kind of placed everywhere. We actually never really go back there. I don't know when I built that, but, you know, just add more backstory and stuff like that, like where they get everything. What is this? Grocery store that doesn't really have an interior or whatever. And then we have this burnt down house over here. But yeah, that's the town. This is probably the first thing that was ever to be built in here. And then, oh yeah, of course we have the well, and then we also have like a little cemetery over here that does have a few things. I'm sure you guys can read the name. Yeah, I'm weird. Okay, we'll just keep it at that. But if we move on, these trucks, however, were built later. They were not the second thing to be built. They were built a lot later, and this is like supposed to be like a sewer system kind of thing. If you watch the series, you'll see this in action or whatever. There's somebody who lives down here and stuff like that. You know, there's little points where you can actually get up to the main city and stuff like that, and yeah. So moving on, right here we have Hunter. His character was a radio show host, and this was his radio station where this is actually in the opening credits of the the opening scenes of the first episode, and so that is pretty cool. I actually recommend going to watch that series. It's a little cringy, but it was a good series, and I loved making that, loved doing it every second. So that these are the ruins. We'll go into that later. With that didn't come till way later. Over here is Hunter's house, and what you'll see in this world is that there's not really roads connecting up everything. Like there's some roads and stuff like that, but everything's kind of spread out and placed wherever. We kind of just thought that'd be cool, so we did it. And there's not really a set pathway to go down here, but you see him kind of walk down here into the radio station, and that's where, you know, stuff goes. But if we come over here, you'll see there is a few pathways that connect everything. We'll get to everything eventually. Over here is my house, actually, which is taking a little bit of damage since, you know, the first time I ever built this thing. It didn't used to look like this, but more recently than earlier, I guess. More recently, I actually did this. I destroyed it kind of to, you know, go play along with the story that we had in that, you know, videos that the little mini roleplay series that we did. Over here, we have the hospital, which is pretty cool, I will say. Because it has, well, if you come up here, we have the old, this is how you can tell that this is before 1.13 is because we had the old water elevator kind of system. Oh, here's a floor. Do we have it on this floor? Maybe not. Maybe it's on the top floor. I think it's on the top floor, but you know, just a nice little hospital and stuff like that. Do we even, I don't even know if we come here in the series. I don't know, guys. It's been a second. But I do, like I said, I do encourage you. Oh, here it is. You know, we thought this was the coolest thing ever. The flickering lights in the back, you know, little operation rooms in here and stuff like that. But that's basically the hospital. If we go down now, sorry for the loud water noises. Oh, we can continue on the tour. Over here is kind of just like a random hillside kind of base camp that wasn't really even, you know, featured in our series or anything. I kind of just built it here, and I was like, hey, okay, cool, looks cool, we'll leave it, and hopefully maybe we'll get to it, but it never happened. It's okay. Over here we have a lighthouse. This is one of the more earlier builds as well. Yeah, I was here pretty early, it's a younger build, I guess. I think another thing that I built, where is it? It's right over here, it's over here. This is definitely one of the first things I ever built too, is this little campsite. I think that might have been the second, it was one of the earlier builds as well. Over here is the entrance to the ruins, which honestly we can go ahead and go tour that now, that's okay. We'll go over to this entrance instead. There's two entrances, it's perfectly fine. So if we go over here, that room leads you to, I don't even know what that room leads you to. I don't think it leads you to anything, but there's a old railroad track that's, you know, takes you down here. The, you know, vines everywhere, you know, it's a tunnel and stuff like that. This also was not featured in our series as well. We had plans on doing it. We actually filmed a bunch of stuff that was gonna, you know, have all this, but we stopped doing the series, so we didn't use it. But over here, this was a cool feature that I did, is we had an elevator, and it did work at one point until I tested it earlier today. It does not work anymore, sadly. which sucks, but it's okay. Whatever. I'm sure I'll figure out some way to make it work again and stuff like that, but that would be our way up and stuff like that. So that's the ruins, and there's like, rooms everywhere, because this was a ravine, so we thought it was a cool idea to do whatever. But moving on, and I will say this world is pretty big, so if this video is pretty long, I'm sorry. I'm going to try and cut out as least as I can, so I don't want to cut anything out. I'll cut out all the boring start parts. But another very early build, this was also probably the first scene in the first episode, was this lab. This laboratory, this is where the zombie outbreak kind of starts. It all, whatever, I flick this lever and stuff happens, okay? It's in this world, I'm the cause of the zombie apocalypse. Not really, it's a lab genius. And a little disclaimer, if you do end up going to watch the series, it was only me and Hunter doing this, so any other character that you see besides us two, it was all done by us, so yeah, if it sounds, it's okay, just go watch the series. Over here, moving on, we have the bridge. This big, massive bridge that honestly didn't take us as long as we thought it would, but it does its job. It's got a little car broken down. This was featured on our series because clearly it takes up a lot of space, and this was featured, so we're good. So if you want to go watch it, you'll see this in it, of course. Over here we have the little city area, the kind of like downtownish area. As you can see, it was kind of overrun by zombies and stuff like that. Over here, I think this is like what is this, a taxi? I think. Over here we had like a little shopping area, hospital, I think this is a grocery store, little water towers, a hotel, which is actually, was featured in our more like the latest kind of the Fear the Walking Dead, our little spin-off series from our original The Walking Dead series or whatever. Got the post office, Hayes Co., which is a random building that we put on there. You guys are just gonna have to watch the series to understand where everything comes from. This was also in the newer episode, just a little drop for those who survived or whatever. A massive boulder made out of netherrack. I think that was Hunter's doing. Over here we have like a little ruin like city kind of monument for like tourists and stuff like that, when the city, the whole entire area was not overrun by zombies. So that we also have like this like bridge that goes into like the old like cave system, and so this was pretty much all done by me, I think. It was never used in our series as well. It never happened. And then I think in here is just a bunch of OP stuff or whatever. Yeah, just a bunch of OP crap. I think there's a shulker box with, yeah. That's that. That's all I have to say about that. Never did work out for us. Over here we have like an old barn. Is there anything in it? It's just kind of a rundown barn area. This was done by Hunter. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I think that's Hunter. I think that's Hunter too. Okay, but moving on. Where should I take you guys next? Let's go over this way. We saw the hospital. We can take a sharp turn here. This is actually where I started the second kind of series, the Fear the Walking Dead series, the video that is actually on this channel. This is where I started out, or whatever. And yeah, and I think this is over here somewhere is where Hunter started out, I think, unless it was, oh no, this was me, but Hunter was actually playing me, whatever, stories. Over here, this is like futuristic tower. This was done by me. I kind of got bored and I just built this thing, and had no intention to use this, but it was here if we wanted to use it. Over here we have this old broken down yacht and stuff like that, and yeah, I think this is used in our series as well, if you're wondering, if you're curious. This over here is the village, and this was definitely used in our in our series, because if you're not familiar with The Walking Dead, or if you are, the big bad for season 1 and season 2, I think, was like a character based off of Negan, the big bad from, you know, The Walking Dead seasons, you know, such and such, whatever. But yeah, this is like a village that he overruns, and we eventually get captured and taken here, stuff like that, whatever, you know, just usual stuff. Over here we have the mall. This is actually loosely inspired off of the mall from The Last of Us. If you played the game, it's a great game, you should play it, definitely. If you come down here, we have like, you know, different storefronts, and then right here we have like a helicopter, which this was Hunter's idea, so I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Hunter came up with the idea, and we did a pretty good job. We both did a pretty good job. I think this was a pretty cool build and stuff like that. Again, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it's whatever. It's whatever. In the zombie apocalypse, does roads really matter? Not really. Not really. We have a little gas station, you know, for gas purposes. This is another rundown village. This is like a spruce variant of the village. This was also this was added or featured in our series as well. Hunters. Oh yeah, that was from season 1. I don't know why I didn't use any of that stuff. Okay, but yes, this was featured. We actually stayed in here for one of the few episodes, and down here it's complicated. Go watch the series. You'll find out what happens. It's also probably gonna be more. It's whatever. Go watch the series. Just do it. Over here we have another village. This is an enemy camp. By I don't know what big bad this is. I think this is by the Negan inspired person, maybe not. However, if you come over this way, yes, over here, this is the actual Negan base characters camp that we infiltrated in a season or 2, or I don't know what season, but we infiltrated here. This is his you know, his RV. That's why it's kind of based on the, you know, The Walking Dead, because the RV, Negan has an RV, stuff like that. You guys understand, I'm sure. Also, if I remember correctly, we also have a lot of villages in this area. Some come from me because of out of boredom. Come out of boredom from me and stuff like that. So this is just a normal kind of village or whatever from like one of the rival survivor camps or whatever. We have like a wizard tower up here with like enchantment stuff. Also back here, I think we have like a dungeon. Oh yeah, it's like a well from like Batman, The Dark Knight Rises and stuff like that. That's what I kind of base it on. So that, you know, nice, cool. I actually do kind of like the terraforming I did on this place. Very outdated because of the, you know, we have all the stone variants of slabs and stairs and stuff like that. So might have to come back to that. Who knows? Where to next? My throat is kind of hurting, but it's okay. I'll fight through the pain. Over here is a rundown amusement park, which is by far one of my favorite places here. It was just so good. This place is called Adventureland. Over here is like a little parking lot entrance way. You walk over here. You know, we have different rides and stuff like that. This was a pretty fun area to build. A bunch of my friends and stuff like that, we all, you know, got together and, you know, built all this stuff. You know, just the usual stuff. This is a pretty cool redstone contraption if it wants to work. Yeah, it kind of like, as you go in, it looks like you're being eaten. We have like a little mirror maze that, you know, I'm a vampire, so my complexion or reflection, I mean, wouldn't show up. Over here, if you walk over here, or there's a train station, you come to the water park, which is pretty cool. I think so. At my local theme park, there's a ride that kind of looks like, not really like this, but it's a water slide that's kind of like this, where you kind of just go in and you drop down, and it's pretty terrifying. It's pretty scary, but it's pretty fun at the same time. We wanted to build that. We also have like a little pool, like a wave pool, and stuff that gets deeper. That's annoying. But that's cool. Water slides, even like the toilet bowl ride thing. That was pretty cool. You know, the stairs and stuff. You know, just the usual stuff you would have at a theme park / water park, or whatever. But you know, pretty cool stuff. Me and Hunter had a lot of fun building this. So yeah, it's kind of hard. Oh yeah, over here we have another ruin. This was not done by me. This is instead done by Hunter, and I have tips installed. As you can see, you know, you come in here and there's, you know, it's a ruin. You know, I'm sure you guys know what a ruin is. What to show you guys next? Oh yes, the military base. So if we fly, oh wait, before we go to there, this is like an abandoned. Sorry about that, guys. My dad called me. So this is abandoned like ice / lumber yard kind of thing. If that makes sense to you guys. You know, over here we have like the ice boats where you collect ice and stuff. It's abandoned, so it doesn't get much use. Also have another ship over here, or you know, boat, whatever. Over here we have a house, which is, I'm pretty sure, featured in the series as well. It's where like one of our hideouts and stuff like that. Also over here we have this little hut over here, where even and during a part of the season over here we get me and Hunter get separated, and Hunter thinks I'm dead. We don't know if I'm dead or not, but you know, stuff happens. We had to think of something to do. But there's a note in there that Hunter reads, and you know, it's supposed to get all sad and stuff like that. Whatever. But coming up on the military base, yeah, this is a military base. I don't know what to say. Those are where those trucks over at the beginning area, if you remember that. This is where those came from. We have like 2 like jeeps in there, military jeeps and stuff like that come in there. I think this is like the armory, I guess. Over here we have the bunks, the bunk areas. We have a kind of like a showing area where like they go over their stuff, because the military, I'm sure in the zombie apocalypse, would still be around. Hopefully not all taken out. Hopefully not. But over here we have like a kind of like a watchtower kind of thing, where this is actually the same place where there's like a big moment in our series. I think end of season 1, maybe end of season 2, I'm not sure. One of the seasons, it's whatever. Over here, moving on, we have the one of the helicopters. You know, the landing pad. It lands on the helicopter, you know, goes, gets troops, brings them back there, whatever. Also, we have a wreckage over here. As you can see, dead body over here. Yeah, sadness. But that should do it for the military base, I'm pretty sure. But like I said, if I forget anything, I'm sorry. I'm sure I'll probably forget something after I record this. Then I'll probably hate myself, but it's okay. It's whatever. I'll forgive myself eventually. So what else? I know of one other place I think I can show you that I remember anyway. I think it's back. Oh, yep, there's a bridge. If we kind of just, yes, over here we have the laboratory that supposedly has the cure for the zombies virus and stuff like that. We have, you know, kind of like a zombie watch area where the zombies are in there and you can take tests on them and stuff like that. Yeah, that's basically that. I think there's the cure vaults kind of area thing. There's nothing down here. I guess that was our way to like joke around or whatever. Back here we have another helipad, so maybe the military base, you know, is, you know, sending, you know, scientists there, picking scientists up. I don't know. It's whatever. Oh, we have a mansion. But I think that's it. I know it's not, it's not the most grand thing in the world, but this is what we did our little series, a little roleplay series on, and it's very dear to my heart in many different ways. It's one of my favorite worlds that I own, and all of this was done in creative mode, obviously, because we were playing roleplay, so we didn't want to have to go collect the resources and stuff like that. So yeah, but I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a very different from what we do. It's very different from what we do. I mean, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I want to know if you guys want to see more of this, because I'm sure I have plenty of worlds that I could tour and stuff, that do many tours. I'm sure Hunter has worlds. I know of one world that Hunter has that me and him have collaborated on, and is one of our, probably my favorite world, if not my second favorite world. I'm not sure, but yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like on the video if you did, and please subscribe if you aren't subscribed already, because if you aren't, who are you? What are you doing? Come on, hit the subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit that bell, because if you hit the bell, you get notified every time I upload a video, and you never miss one, because that happened to Hunter, because he didn't have my post notifications turned on, and he missed all my videos, and didn't even know I was doing a Minecraft survival series. So I mean, it happened. But thank you guys for watching, and I guess I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.